It's time for every fox's favorite late night talk show, Fox Talk, the show that all the foxes are talking about. And here are the hosts of tonight's Fox Talk, Potential Fox and Kurt Bond.
Fox Talk, all the foxes are talking about Fox Talk.
Good evening, and welcome to another edition of Fox Talk. My name is Potential Fox, and I'm Kurt Bond, and we're here to talk about all the things that foxes like to talk about in the wild, in not-so-wild environments of here and there and around Puppet Land, to help give you a better insight to understand us a little better. Today's Fox Talk, we're going to talk a little bit about computers. Computers? When am I going to ever need a computer in the wild? Well, let's just say that you get a job interview opportunity and you need to put something on your resume. Well, that could make sense, but still, I don't think being a wild fox out in the woods is anything really to put on a resume for a career. You never know. You might need somebody that needs some hunting schwagaviv, and you might have all the experience in the world and still need to get on a computer to type stuff in. So, here to help you a little bit about computer lingo, we're here to talk about computers to help give you a better understanding on the computer and technological world of today. Alright, let's fire it up. Alright, we'll begin with the basics of computer lingo, starting with the cursor. Cursor. Yes, a cursor is where your region of text is going to appear when you start typing. In my world, a cursor is what we turn into when we get our legs caught in a bear trap. A monitor is what we use to view content on our computers. In my world, a monitor is a type of lizard that likes to dwell near the creek. A hard drive is the device in the computer that stores data. A hard drive in my world is a bunch of hunters that drive up rocky terrain when they're chasing down prey. A port is what we use to connect devices to a computer tower. A port in my world is where we sneak onto to catch food cargo from importers, and the best food in the world, too. A scanner is a device used to duplicate and digitize physical photographs and documents onto your computer. In my world, a scanner is what beachcombers use to look for loose change in the sand. Now, keep this in mind. The initials USB, that stands for Universal Serial Bus, and is a form of easy plug-and-play devices that you can plug into your computer for extra accessory use. Oh, in my world, USB stands for Unsafe Biohazard, which is found in areas like 3 Mile Island and Chernobyl. Sounds fun, doesn't it? A disk is an old portable data storage accessory used to transfer data from one computer to another. In my world, a disk is something that is flying at you if your domicile is too close to where they're holding the Olympics that year. A spreadsheet is a type of system in which data and information is sorted in an organized order. In my world, a spreadsheet is what we do to when we come upon a deceased animal. We spread a sheet over it. I don't think you're getting the point. A keyboard is a device used to type words onto a document or web page. A keyboard, in my world, is what hunters use to keep track of all their keys to their tractor, their truck, their shed where they hide all their kills. A window is a virtual page on your monitor which displays a program, document, image, or workspace on your monitor. In my world, a window is what we like to look through when we want to spy on unsuspecting hunters when they're sleeping. So that's where they're keeping the women. In computer world, a byte is a calculation used to measure the size of files. In my world, a byte is what we do if you antagonize us or intimidate us in any way, shape, or form when we're ready to attack. In the computer world, a mouse is what you use to control your cursor. In my world, mouse is what's for lunch. A floppy is a type of disk used to store data. In my world, floppy is what fish do when we pull them out of the creek. They floppy around all over the place. A network is a gathering of computers linked together for easy communication to access data, files, and access the internet. In my world, a network is what we do to get the fish out of the creek when our claws don't work. We hope the net works. I don't think you're getting the point. Okay, let's try this one. Log on. It's what we do to join a network or access the World Wide Web. In my world, log on is what we shout to each other when we're ready to ride the rapids on a freshly cut tree. Okay, megahertz. Let's talk about that. Megahertz is a measure of quality in a sound or video file. In my world, megahertz is how it feels to get shot in the side by a bullet. I bet it does megahertz. A motherboard is a type of the main functionality of a computer system in which chips are connected together. In my world, motherboard, and she wants to go outside and play. A chip is the tiny device in which is attached to a motherboard to help it function.
In my world, chip is what we do to claws in our teeth when we get a hold of something too tough to chew.
A microchip is an even smaller device which is attached to a motherboard to help it function even better and faster.
Oh, well, in my world, a microchip is a tiny fragment of some hunter's snack that's left over in the bag.
Well, in the computer world, download is a method in saving files to your computer from a network or internet.
In my world, download is what us foxes call the waste when we make after a good meal. Yeah, that was a good download, Bill.
Laptop is a portable device of a computer utilizing every component that's usually found in a desktop computer.
Oh, in my world, laptop is what we lay our food on when we're kicking back in the wild and it's feeding time.
Enter is a function found on a keyboard which finalizes a line of text and makes a carriage return for the next line, or is used to finalize and send typed data and text to the computer's onboard memory or web page.
In my world, enter is what we shouldn't do when hunters have set up camp in the middle of the woods. You must not enter here.
Well, RAM. Let's talk about RAM. RAM stands for Random Access Memory and is a source of temporary data that is stored in the chip's memory bank for immediate retrieval on some immediate program that you happen to be using.
In my world, ram is one type of animal you don't want to antagonize.
Alright, let's talk about the opposite of RAM, ROM. ROM stands for Read-Only Memory and is a source of permanent information that is permanently stored in the chip's memory bank, which tells the computer how to perform normal functions.
Rom? Yeah, I roam all over the forest looking for food myself.
No, not roam, ROM.
Well, I guess I'm wrong about that one.
No, not wrong, ROM.
I don't know any Ron.
No, not Ron, ROM.
Mitt Romney?
Oh, never mind. And finally, prompt is a computer's way of communicating to the user to enter commands to tell it what to do next.
In my world, prompt is what our family needs to be when it's time for dinner. It's also what we need to be when we need to run to a safe place away from hunters.
Well, all I can tell you, Kurt, is that's the computer world we live in, and if you don't get yourself hip to the lingo, you're not going to be able to identify computers very well.
Well, that's fine by me. At least I know the hot spots of the woods and the safe zones away from bullets.
That's a good thing. We need to keep you alive. And your family, too.
That's for sure. As a matter of fact, why don't you come by the burrow sometime? Meet the lady, meet the kids. I mean, they're all great folk out there.
We'll have to do that sometime. Maybe I can bring a computer and they can play with it.
Oh, no, thank you. Once you get my kids on a computer, they'll probably never get off of it. In fact, where are you going to plug in a computer in my burrow? We don't have electricity.
Well, then I'd say you've got a problem. Again, you'll have to invest in extra rechargeable batteries.
Hey!
That's all the time we have for Fox Talk today. I'm Potential Fox.
And I'm Kurt Bond, telling you all about your world, your foxy world, in the wild.
And not so wild foxes that you might be inclined to run into from time to time.
And to better help understand all of us once and for all.
For Fox Talk, I'm Potential.
And I'm Kurt.
Thanks for tuning in.
And see you next time.
Fox Talk, all the foxes are talking about Fox Talk.
Ba, ba.